Okay, the problem says, if we list all the natural numbers below 10 that are multiples of 3 or 5, we get 3, 5, 6, and 9. The sum of these multiples is 23. Finish the solution so that it returns the sum of all the multiples of 3 or 5 below the number passed in. Note, if the number is a multiple of both 3 and 5, only count it once. Okay, the first thing we need to do is identify the input, which is an integer. And our output is also an integer, but it's the sum of multiples of 3 or 5 below number. Okay, for the problem, we need to figure out what to do with the input. So we need to create a range from 1 to, because it says of all natural numbers below 10 or the number given, so we need to create a range from 1 to 1 less than the number given. So I'll say 1 less than the given number. We need to select the numbers that are evenly divisible by 3 or 5, and then we need to sum all those numbers. Okay, now it's time for the algorithm. I think I could use select here, which will return me an array of all the selected numbers that are the multiples. And to create the range, I can use 1 with 3 dots and then the number. So if it's 1 to 10, wonder if I could do this way. I could use 1 to 10, and that should return an array of 1 to 9, because it's 1 less than the number given, which is 10, so it stops at 9. Okay, and then I could use select, and within the block I could say to choose numbers that, let's do it this way. Use select and iterate over the range. I could say number mod, and number is like the current number. 3 is equal to 0, or if a number mod 5 is equal to 0, those numbers will get selected because they're multiples of either number. And it says here, if the number is a multiple of 3 and 5, only count it once. So I'm thinking for this example 20, a multiple of 3 and 5 would be, I think one of them at least would be 15. So I have to say or, so it doesn't count it twice. Okay, and then I could use sum to get sum of the multiples. Okay, time for code. So now I'm creating that range from 1 up to 1 less than the number given, and I'm using select. So I'm selecting the number if it's evenly divisible by 3, or if the number is evenly divisible by 5. The select returns an array of those numbers that return true for each iteration of the block. Then I'm going to use sum to add all those numbers together, and this should return true. And it does. And you could see here, if I comment that out, that it should return 23, which it does. Okay, that wasn't that bad. I think that took me about 6-7 minutes to do, which is great because the goal is to get it down in 20 minutes or less. It was kind of an easier problem. There wasn't much to it, and it helped to have the algorithm written down so that I could keep track of everything that I need to do for the problem. Okay, thanks for watching.